Cost-wise, probably around 30 to 40,000. We all fund it ourselves. We do draws and we have discos and just anything that helps us obviously to raise the money. Started getting bigger and bigger and bigger. The end of the last year, the guys wanted to see if they could break the record. 202.3708 feet. And then whenever we finally put the final piece on and we came down in the basket, everybody was beeping the horns and everybody was cheering. Quite emotional.
Really think there is a need for people to understand, not necessarily take part, but to actually understand the importance to the other community. So I understand fundamentally how important GAA is to the Catholic nationalist community in Northern Ireland. I took the decision to go to Clonus when Fermanagh were in the Ulster Championship final. Many people found that difficult in the Unionist community, but it's important that we understand each other. I'm not going to say I'm a Gaeilgeoir or anything like that, but what I do try to do is to try and understand why something is important, and I think there hasn't been enough of that. And from a unionist point of view, it saddens me that instead of trying to understand why the 12th and the celebrations are so important, that nationalists and Republicans sometimes sneer and sometimes look down at what we're celebrating.
Years ago, when I lived on the city side, our Catholic neighbours came out to watch the 12th of July, and then the trouble started. I think maybe education on a side would help them not be afraid or not feel threatened by the orange culture. There's nothing to be afraid of. It's a very positive culture. In one of the Sunday papers yesterday, I was reading, there's a rise in tensions. This headline has gone on year after year. It's more a family occasion now, so it is. And it's a very positive celebration.
The media are looking for the sensationalist headline, and they're always going for the most extreme events. For 99% of events around, more than 99% of events around over the 11th and 12th are celebrated in a positive and inclusive manner. Cultural rights are human rights, and it's our cultural right and what we're celebrating in a positive manner. But unfortunately, those from not within our community are keen to portray this culture otherwise. And it's not very progressive. It's not very respectful. And my question is why can't people accept this culture? Why can't people show respect towards this culture and towards this community as what they demand is shown towards their own community? What we're saying is we don't like your culture, so we're going to attack it, and we're going to weaponise the Belfast Agreement in order to see your culture reduced. And there's no proof whatsoever so far to see that they're actually going to share this country as they move into positions of influence and power within the Northern Ireland Executive.
People say it's a beacon of hatred and all, but that's not the case. I mean, it's a celebration of our culture, the same way they do in other countries. People were actually texting from Dublin and wanted to come up, and we had one from Crossmaglen. Everybody was welcome to come up anyway, no matter what religion they were. So, and I think it's maybe, hopefully, now people will see that and go in a different direction now that people can come here and enjoy, and we're just celebrating our culture.